We are solving rational equations. So equations that are
Rational.
which means they are
Ratios.
fractions. Right,
Whoa.
they're ratios, so they're fractions. I'm going to make them not fractions, though.
I hate fractions.
Fractions love you, though, Micah.
I can't spell equations. I put an E and an S. Because
I
I always write my P's backwards and my Q's.
Okay, so they will look like this.
What? Oh, I thought we solved it.
No. All right, so we're going to solve these by cross multiplying.
Oh no.
Why do? Isn't that like the butterfly method?
It is.
Oh.
Yep.
All right.
How do you do that?
I need a brain refresher.
Okay, let me show you. So I'm going to take my 3 times x minus 3 equals 2 times x plus 4. Then we're just going to distribute those. So 3.
X minus 4.
No, it's a plus.
It's a minus.
So 3x minus 9 is equal to 2x plus 8. So now we know how to solve it from here, right?
Yeah, add your like term.
Yeah, well, move your stuff over. So I'm going to move my 2x to get x by itself on one side. So 3x minus 2x is just x. Minus 9 equals 8. Add your 9 to both sides. So x equals 17.
Oh, that's not bad.
Wait, 9.
3 times 3 is 9.
Oh,
That's better than I thought it was going to be.
Huh?
fast and easy.
Yeah, that's better than I thought it was going to be.
All right, let's do another.
Okay.
No.
Don't you?
Okay, so butterfly method or cross multiply. So you get 2x times x minus 4 and 3 times x minus 3. Yes, guys, I had to say it again because I was reporting. So now we distribute. So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times negative 4 is minus 8x.
Wait, did we do this another one?
Yes, we distributed.
Are you sure?
Yes. We just have an x on the bottom this time. That's what's changing. Okay. Then we take 3 times x to get 3x. And 3 times negative 3 to get a minus 9. Now, in case you didn't notice, we have an x squared here now. So now this is a quadratic equation we have to solve.
Oh no.
Obviously. I like that.
Quadratic equations are not going away.
Really?
Yeah, stuff doesn't go away anymore in math class. We just keep building and building and building.
So like we have to do that
So
B
they're
minus.
gonna do it.
Not necessarily. We can use any of our methods we learned. So let's set it equal to 0 first and see what we get. So move my 3x over here. So I get 2x squared minus 11x. And then I'm going to move my 9 over.
Why is it not? Oh, you did it opposite.
Yeah.
I'll just like
So then you get 2x squared minus 11x plus 9 equals 0. So you can use the quadratic formula. You can factor. Do we have a preference?
factor.
Factor?
Factor's pretty easy.
Wait, is factor whenever you do those two things at the time?
Yep.
Yep.
Lucky.
So when we factor, remember we take 2 times 9. Right? So I'm going up here just because I'm running out of room. So 2 times 9 is 18.
Wow.
So we're looking for factors of 18 that will give us negative 11.
Negative 9 or negative 2.
What do you mean, what did I just do? I'm factoring this. So I did 2 times 9 to get 18, and now we're looking for factors of 18. Yeah? Okay, so 2 and 9. And 3 and 6. And because this is positive and this is negative, we need 2 negative signs. Right, so now I'm going to replace my negative 11x with a minus 2x and a minus 9x, and then bring my plus 9. Again, I got so my 2x squared goes here, my 9 at the end goes here. I change this to this and this. And then we factor back. Then you factor by grouping. And it's still equal to 0, technically. So we can pull out a 2x, which leaves us with x minus 1. Here, pull out a negative 9, which gives us x minus 1. So my two factors are 2x minus 9 and x minus 1. So we need to go a step further, set both of those equal to 0, just like we did. So x equals 9 over 2 for this one. And x equals 1. So this one has two solutions.
Oh.
Explain those last 3 steps after setting it equal to 0.
You have to then set each individual factor equal to 0 to get your actual solutions for
How
x.
did you get 2x equals 9 out of 2x minus 9 equals 0?
I added my 9 to both sides.
Oh, you sure did, didn't you?
I did.
What was the other way you could have done that?
Quadratic formula.
Oh, yeah, heck no.
Well, do it that way.
Do most of our math problems from now on have 2 answers?
Lots of them will. In the next chapter, we'll have 3, 4, 5, and 6 answers.
That's not dropping out.
Wait, how? Do you do like plus, minus, multiply, divide?
No. We'll be solving equations that have like x to the third, x to the fourth, bigger powers.
Okay.
So like whatever your highest exponent is how many answers you have. Because like x squared equations have 2 answers. So x cubed equations will have 3. X to the fourth will have 4. No, this has nothing to do with the next chapter. This is just stuff you need to know.
Oh, so this is completely different.
Then what we're doing in the next chapter, mostly
It's
yes.
like this to the 5th power.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
No.
No, don't worry about that. We're just worried about this right now. Right, so like I said, if you don't feel comfortable factoring, do the quadratic formula. Like I said, at this point, I don't care what method you use. Just use whatever you choose correctly.
When did you start it?
The quadratic formula
That was a lot of
would
scribbling.
start
That's like somebody else. That was a long
here.
math problem.
So like A, B,
I
C.
don't necessarily know. Because that's nothing like what we did last time.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's the one I asked you like 1,000 times on yesterday. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that. Stick to factoring.
That's all right. Whatever you guys feel comfortable with. That's really it.
Factoring would probably be the easiest. What are your options?
That and
Quadratic equation and this. That's it? There's
Yep,
nothing?
that's about it.
Oh, okay, so this will be.
I like Dylan's seat. It's like not too close, not too far away. It's in the middle.
I like making
So why did we do? Why
You like glass?
right
Oh.
there in front of me? Because
He's
why
always
did you
blocking
subtract
this
1 or add 9 instead of subtracting 1?
Because you want it equal to 0.
Oh, so I'll leave it equal to 0.
Yeah.
But then you just put that on the other side
What?
and then continue.
Mhm.
Then
Who
how
was it
did
that
you
walked in?
get?
Excuse me?
Who was it?
Okay, see if you can start this one on your own. You cross multiply.
But there's
I don't
only
like
an
that.
X up.
So you do x times 3,
Yeah.
which is
3X.
3x. Then you say equal sign. Then you have 2 times 2x plus 3. So 2 times 2x plus 3.
How did you do that? I don't understand. I don't.
2 times 2x plus 3.
What was that?
Why didn't you do that for the first one?
I did.
No, but why isn't there parentheses?
Well, because you could have done that, but there's only it's just x and not like x plus something. So you can just multiply them together to get the 3x.
Do one like the first one.
This is like the first one. Because then you distribute. So you take 2 times 2x to get 4x, and 2 times 3 to get 6.
How do you do the other thing? Oh, wait.
So then you move the 4x over. So 3 minus 4 is negative 1x equals 6. And divide by that negative 1. So your answer is x equals negative 6.
Why does it not have two answers?
Because you don't have an x squared in this one.
Oh.
Why is it a negative? Wait, why is there only one answer on that one?
Because this one doesn't have x squared in it. There's 2 different kinds.
This is
I think
ridiculous.
it's just
It is not ridiculous.
that it looks.
Nothing's ridiculous.
How do you know if you're gonna have to do like
So basically, if you have this on, as long as if you don't have x's in this side or like your other side, then you're only gonna have to do it like this. If you've got an x on one of these, that's when you know you're gonna have to have a quadratic. Because when you cross multiply, you're gonna have x, like an x times an x to give you an x squared.
so the square root of
Yeah. So if you have an x squared, you're using a quadratic. You'll have 2 answers.
Is that what you're saying in the next chapter? Like it's x cubed root of 3?
Yeah.
Oh. That's a shame.
5 times 27 is something.
134.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you. Then divide by 3, and you get 45. So there's number 1. All right, so some of these are even shorter and have less steps. Okay, so like that's how you'll do number 2 the same way. Put that 21 over 1. All right, on 3 and 4. Right, so like let's look at number 3. I'll get you partway there and you can finish it from that. So on number 3, you have r over 4 minus 38 equals 54. So your first step on that one, you're going to move that 38 over. So 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 92. So then you just, like we did in this example up here, put that 92 over 1 and then cross multiply. Right? So you'll do that on 3 through 6. Right? Move that other number over, then put that over 1 and then cross multiply. And then you should be good to go from everything else for there.
Can you leave that?
I will leave this up.
On
On what part? The green part? Blue part?
green.
So we start with this part here, right? So before we can cross multiply, I added my 38 to both sides.
Wait, were you doing 2 just now?
No, 3.
With
1,
2,
3,
x equals 7. I was gonna make sure I did it right.
not 7.
X 1 equals
No.
6, my bad. X equals 6.